Welcome to FilmFizzes. Dive into the world of movies with us as we break down plots, uncover hidden details, and explore the magic of cinema. So, let's start today's show.
There's this girl. I think that she really needs someone to look out for her.
Carlita suffers from a touch of madness.
You must be very careful, Margaret. Bad things will start to happen. Evil things.
It's all for you. No, don't.
Listen to me, Margaret. There are two churches. One follows God, and the other follows something else. This church has maintained power for thousands of years. How do you control people who no longer believe? You create something to fear. The girl is to be the mother.
I'm gonna keep you safe.
We've even given it a name. Damien.
God has great plans for you. This child is his way.
It's not real. 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 Who said that?
A youthful American lady is shipped off Rome to start an existence of chapel organization. However, she encounters an obscurity that drives her to scrutinize her certainty and uncovers a vile arrangement that tries to accomplish the actual pith of insidiousness, which is the center focal point of the present film. Trust you like it? The movie begins like this. Father Brennan squeezes Father Harris about a mysterious intrigue. The shaken Harris provides Brennan with a photo of a child with the name Sienna engraved. Harris is killed while a falling line divides his head open. In Rome, 1971, in the midst of political fights, American amateur Margaret Dano shows up at the Vizzardelli shelter. She meets with Cardinal Lawrence, Father Gabriel, Abbess Sister Silva, religious recluse Angelica, and her flatmate and individual amateur Luce. Luce welcomes Margaret to a disco, where they meet two men. Luce hits the dance floor with one of the men, while Margaret hits the dance floor with the other man named Paolo prior to passing out. She stirs the following day without any memory of what occurred. Margaret bonds with the abused vagrant Carlita, who is tormented by terrible dreams. Father Brennan cautions her about Carlita, saying underhanded things will occur around her. Margaret spots Carlita showing Angelica a drawing of a pregnant lady being limited. Minutes after the fact, Angelica self-immolates and hangs herself. Brennan makes sense of that extremists inside the congregation, frantic to recover power against the ascent of secularism, look to achieve the Antichrist, to make dread and drive individuals back to the congregation, with Carlita planned to be his mom. During a field trip, an uproar breaks out and Margaret encounters satanic fantasies. Sister Silva delays Margaret's commitments and orders her to move away from Carlita. She spots Paolo. Shocked, he tells her to search for the imprint prior to getting sliced down the middle by an approaching truck. Margaret slips into Sister Silva's office. She uncovers a covered-up, underground chamber and a progression of subject documents, all named Sienna. They contain photographs of, for the most part, dysmorphic children with a skin pigmentation looking like 3 sixes, with Carlita as apparently the main survivor. Margaret is caught and detects the imprint on Carlita's sense of taste prior to being detained. Father Gabriel liberates Margaret. As they analyze the documents with Brennan, they find that another child had made due. Margaret finds the imprint on her own scalp and out of nowhere recalls that she was strongly impregnated in an evil ceremony the night she shut down at the disco. Satan should mate with his own produce to imagine the Antichrist, and Margaret had been brought to Rome as her stepsister. Carlita was excessively youthful. The gathering drives off to have the pregnancy cut short. However, another vehicle collides with theirs on the way, and Margaret's belly abruptly fills. She stirs tied to a medical clinic bed and is welcomed via Cardinal Lawrence, the top of the trick. Cardinal Lawrence and different backstabbers watch as she brings forth 2 kids by means of cesarean, a young lady and a kid. The last option is hailed as the Antichrist. Luz and the one who was with Paolo at the disco are uncovered to be among the schemers. Professing to be complicit while requesting to hold the child, Margaret wounds Lawrence yet can't force herself to murder her child. Luz wounds Margaret as the plotters escape with the kid and set the chamber burning to cover their tracks. Carlita saves Margaret and her little girl, and Margaret sees a devilish jackal in the blazes. The child kid is given to American Representative Robert Thistle to furtively supplant the kid. His better half, Catherine, has probably miscarried. Years after the fact, Margaret lives isolated in the mountains with Carlita and her girl, presently a cheerful family. Brennan shows up and cautions that the plotters will chase her and that her child has been named Damien. Gratitude for watching, assuming that you like requests, like Remark, and bought into this feeds. I can't say I was expecting much from one more portion of the long, lethargic sign film establishment. I can say I left the primary sign superbly shocked. I didn't figure it would tell such a brilliant and engaging story. I wasn't expecting such great senses and control from first-time highlight movie chief Arkasha Stevenson. What's more, I had no clue about that Nell Tiger Free would convey such a strong breakout execution. The primary sign is the sixth element in the establishment and fills in as a prequel to the first 1976 film featuring Gregory Peck. In more ways than one, it looks like other strict thrillers, the many church images, a modest bunch of class sayings, a, for the most part, unsurprising story curve. However, the primary sign is an underhandedly smart chiller that has its portion of wild plot swings and intense turns. Shockingly better, there's a captivating otherworldly secret stealthily settled inside the film's exemplary-styled ghastliness outline. Set in 1971, a youthful newcomer named Margaret Dano, Nell Tiger Free, shows up in Rome. She was brought via Cardinal Lawrence, Bill Nighy, who ran the Massachusetts halfway house she experienced childhood in and has been a mentor to her since she was a kid. He doles out Margaret to Vizardelli halfway house, where she promptly interfaces with a grieved little kid named Carlita Siana, Nicole Sarras.